Okay, I am here. Alright, this is a little bit better. I got all these little boxes together. I can kind of see what I'm doing a little more. Alright, what do you need, Angel? Alright. I am going to now. Alright, Angel, enough. Alright, there you go. It's a little better. You can see what I'm doing. Every day this gets better. Alright, I'm going to start shading this. Alright, Angel, stop. Alright. Now, oh, hello. Hi, Korean. How you doing? You want to know Safarnas? Oh, this is a new fella, isn't it? I'm very excited for you. You really get out there, Karan. Hi, Aman. How you doing? Okay. I'm good. I'm not bad. I got the cat parade behind me. I changed out their litter and stuff. They're very excited today. And me and Chong went on a long walk this morning because it's supposed to rain. And I sketched this when I was doing my South Africa one. All right, what did you want, Angel? I know you're very interested in what I'm doing. I got very curious cats. All right, Karan, your fella. We'll do yours first. I got more boxes so you can see what I'm actually drawing these days. All right. Your fella, Karan, is in a waning moon. And this just signifies that he has a lot of things that past regrets that he has to let go before he has a relationship. Which don't we all, honestly. I mean, it's nothing to hold against anybody. Then he's surrounded by a full moon of Pisces, where, and this just signifies he has to balance himself spiritually and inward and outward. He's not completely balanced, which some people aren't. Then he's surrounded by a gibbous moon. And this talks about achieving goals. I think that he does find you, I'm picking up he finds you attractive. It's just he has stuff he's dealing with on the inside. Which we all are kind of broken in one way or another. So I do see he finds you attractive, but the question is, what is he going to do about it? But he doesn't seem vicious or anything, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. You never know about these vicious people out here. Alright, and Aman, or Aman, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Okay, what do you need? What is your issue? Oh, I got 27 views on my spotlight on Snapchat. What do you need? Siamese cats are very spicy. They're very spicy cats. Alright, so you want to know Muhammad's current feelings and potential with him. Let me get yours now. Oh, thank you. She's very vocal. They're both rescues. I got a zoo over here. I can't stand to see animals mistreated, so I end up having a whole house full. They're my extended family. You should see my Amazon bill between the cat food and dog food. I buy 3 bags of the science diet for cats, and then I got the dog. Then I get all this litter. They even have their own bedroom. It's a lot easier that way. Because they like to have their own me time, or they got their own space. And I get it. Don't we all want our me time? You love vocal animals? Oh, yes. As my son puts it, I got a zoo over here. He says, there's another one, there's another one. I told him I'm at my capacity, but I can't see them on the street being mistreated. I can't. Alright. Your fella is in a new moon in Libra. And this talks about he's in a new romantic cycle. And that's good. That is really good. I mean, obviously it's with you, I'm picking up. And he is surrounded by a new moon of Cancer. And this talks about him and his loved ones are safe. And being a new moon in Cancer, you're a family person. And you worry about family issues. And you're very respectful, which is good. And then you got a waxing crescent. He has a waxing crescent moon. Which means, simply, he lost hope. And that card just signifies that he has to have faith in dreams, which he lost a long time ago. Maybe you could rekindle his humanity. That's all he really needs is someone to rekindle his humanity. And sometimes we all do need that. Angel, I don't know what your issue is over here. I really don't. I got animals with issues. Maybe I should go get a psychiatrist for them. I got more boxes so you can see my shading. It's true, and honestly, sometimes you gotta work with people. Just like you're not perfect, neither is anyone else. So I'm gonna break this in half a little. There you go. That's her sister over here. Alright, what is your issue? You guys are okay. We got food and water and fresh litter. What else do you want? Alright. Oh, you're welcome. I don't mind helping. I mean, I kind of just come over here to unwind, honestly. I don't know if that's a thing over here in YouTube that most people don't get. I mean, I don't. Everybody thinks one way or another. I guess live streaming has went towards you have to subscribe to me. I don't even know anymore. On TikTok, you're not even allowed to say subscribe to me, so I don't understand. But it is what it is. I'm not changing for anybody, folks. Nobody. But I did realize something about the shading. Oh, you're welcome, Karan. You know you're always family when you're here. It's kind of like Olive Garden over here. I don't know if you had that there. Oh, you did. Oh, yes. When you're doing shading, I got heart like it's chalk pastels. You could go in circles, but you can also with your finger go up and down. And you could feel your way. You could even do this things that are pre-done for you. And they're very good gifts to give to people. I don't buy nobody anything anymore. I make everything. I'm probably going to make candles later. You can make people candles for presents because money is just too much of a commodity these days. They really are. It is. And I feel that if someone can't appreciate a gift from the heart, it's not worth giving them a present. I have not bought no one Christmas presents for a couple of years. And it's not because I'm cheap, it's just because I feel people should be more grateful about what they have. And I feel they're not. At least here in America, they're not grateful. So I don't buy nobody nothing from the store. I enjoy doing this because it makes me happy. And I figure what's more important in life than something from the heart. So, but yeah, I get on here and sometimes, like all I hear is subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. If someone likes you, they're going to subscribe. If they don't feel you, they're not going to. And it's a life. You got to get over it. And no one's going to be famous they don't want to. It does have more value. I feel that if you get something handmade from somebody, it shows you gave a crap a little. But some people where I'm at, they're all taking inventory on presents, and I don't like that. Even my own kids was doing that. So I stopped buying them stuff. They're older, and that's it. I just don't buy them nothing. And now that even my grandkid, I made some. My one grandkid, I made him a bunch of Winnie the Pooh stuff. Did I go buy it from the store? No. Because I felt that it's better. I think it's better to do it that way. I like to collage these colors. You can go in a circle for a cloud. You can go like this circle for a cloud, and you can take the colors in these sets. And they have soft pastels too. I use them too. You could go around. It's like whatever you feel. Like if you want to drop down the color. Like I'm going to drop it down this way to show the curtain effect, I call it. You just play around with it, really. And it looks really cool when it's done. It looks professional, like you painted it. That's what I like about it. Because I have to teach myself how to properly oil paint now that I've been practicing sketching. You like it? See, I got this here so far. I made this on my South African one. I'm trying to get the timing over there good. Obviously, I got the timing in India down great. I wouldn't approach him crying. I would just kind of let it flow. I would just let, the universe doesn't like when we interfere with stuff. It really doesn't. It has its own mind. Because I've been watching these Chosen One videos. And even with, I believe we're all chosen ones also. I don't think it's specific people. I think it's just if you awaken your spirit, you will. And the thing is if they send someone to you, we're not meant to interfere with how it progresses. So what I would do is just kind of move in slowly and see where it goes. And don't push for a relationship or nothing. If you feel comfortable having sex with him, then by all means. But if you want to take it slower, that's fine too. But do what makes you comfortable and don't let him Don't let them make you do things you don't want to do. Because if the universe wants you to be with them or is giving you a possibility, you will know. You will know. I mean, just with my dad's house, I've been trying every which way to do this and that, and the universe wants it stalled. And it does everything to prove it wants this whole situation stalled. So, since the house wasn't even fully put in my dad's name, this is an example. I'm just letting it go. Obviously, the universe thinks it's a better idea if I wait. And you're supposed to pick up cues from the universe, too. See? You get a nice, strong back. You could talk to him. I mean, I'm not saying don't talk to him. I'm just saying just be cautious. That's all I'm saying. But you should absolutely talk to him. Because talking to people's good. Especially if you want a relationship with them. It absolutely is good. I had all these soft pastels and I can't tell where they're at. Alright, well, maybe I'll find my set of soft pastels. I got these black and white ones, but yeah, that's what I would do. I would just go and don't be pushy. Just kind of go in and just see what he wants and don't even push for a relationship. The more you push for something, sometimes the worse it can get. So that's something I would do. And then this way, you met a nice friend. Oh well, if he knows where you live, then he'll stop by. I mean, and if you wanna, if you're one of these people that can separate sex and love, then go right ahead and have the sex, but just realize that sometimes these things could go away as soon as they get there. So you've got to be careful about that too, and know what your boundaries are. I did a video on that, my Bark Talk, and if you know your boundaries and you know what you're willing to accept and not accept, it's kind of where you go with, and just see where life takes you with them. Because sometimes the mystical world, they like to give you surprises. They really do. I like to go in the edge and move it over towards the middle. And then you just bring it this way and it brings out your sketch really nice. It really does. And I just give you advice, Karan, that I actually live by. There's a lot of advice and there's a lot of hard advice I've had to take in my life. And I had to accept it. I've had to let a whole relationship go because it wasn't right. And it was a marriage. So, and I had to accept that it just was over and it wasn't working. And it was one of the hardest things that I had to do. And it really was. It's not easy. It's not easy to give up on things you love. It's not easy. None of it's easy. None of it at all is easy. I will tell you that. But sometimes you just gotta let go and let God. You absolutely have to at times because it will eat you up inside. And I've realized through my 51 years of living and dealing with the universe screaming in my head, when they want something to come to you, it's going to be there. If they don't want something and you keep going towards a certain point, They try to veer you away, but they eventually, if you don't listen, just let you suffer. This is what happens because they want you, the dead people want you happy, but they want you to heed warnings. And this is how they give subtle warnings, and they do. They absolutely give subtle warnings. And if you don't listen to these subtle warnings, worse things seem to happen to you. And I've been there. It was through my marriage I found that out because it just got worse as we broke up, and I should have listened a while back, but I didn't. So I heeded the consequences. And that's how I know. And that's why I'm telling you, only the universe, if it wants to, it's like Mother Earth. It will give and it will take. Or it'll just let you be miserable. So, yeah, he does think of you in that way. But I say just let him come to you. It's better for people to come to you and with their own free will and insight than to rush it along. You don't want anything that's rushed along at all because it doesn't have a good result. It's like a cake. If you're making a cake and you take it out too soon, it's going to fall or just something's going to happen bad to your cake and your cake's not going to be good. Same thing with relationships. Sometimes it's better to let them simmer, let them cool off, and see where things are going. And honestly, when things are meant to be in your life, it will happen. In its time, not ours. And unfortunately, to us, we're waiting forever. To them, time must be different. Because they act like it's not a lot of time at all, but you're sometimes waiting a year or two. It's the way they're not very good with timing, the universe. So, when it comes to that. But yeah, I think you'll be fine, I just think that this is one time I think you should just try to just take just try not to be pushy, not try to be too eager, and just let them come to you. When people come to you, it's better than you going to them. Because you don't want to be that person that was pushy. Because they remember that. And no one likes people that are pushy. They really don't. And I get it. I'm probably I used to be one of the most pushiest people ever. Until I just learned to be a little more patient. Alright. I'm just trying to get this beak. There we go. I'm doing this black pastel around just in this area. Because I want this to pop out a little. I don't know. It's going to be a nice present for somebody, probably. Oh, hi, Poja. How you doing? What does my love life in near future look like? Alright, give me 1 second. Let me shade in this black pastel. Give me like less than 2 minutes here. I want to get my happy little bird going here. It's going to be somebody's present. Laugh out loud. It is for real, though. That is a real thing. This is going to be someone's present. Alright. Hold this up. I kind of want to make it look mystical and pretty. Sometimes I pull the colors outward. I'm working on being a better shader. I'm working on just taking things and going out and swirling it around even. Just out like this. And this, for some damn reason, does not look bad when you do this. I'm right. I'm going to be right with you. I'm almost done with this shading. This is how I occupy my many thoughts. Alright, I got this. See, it's kind of like the birds in a swirl, like a mystic bird. Here we go. Alright, now I'm probably going to color in that code in a minute. Let me get your question. Hoja. Alright, you want a love reading. Oh, hi, Queen. There was another queen that came on here. And then here's the original queen that's been with me for a while. But yeah, I've been doing good, Queen. I've fixed my job a little better. I told my boss, give me 2 weeks to get my life together, and it's a lot nicer. It's less hellish. That's a good thing. That's a very good thing in my case. But Poja is Poja. I hope it's I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Your love right now is in a full moon in Capricorn. And this just talks about your ending a tough cycle in your life where you already kind of been rejected and you had things happen to you. And we've all been there. I think everybody in this chat has been there, honestly. No, he won't give me the key, so I'm not signing for it to be sold. We're at a standoff, me and the evil Vincenzo. It makes my stomach hurt whenever I think about it, so I'm not even going near the house. He could keep the key and the house could just not be sold. Eventually he'll be less of an asshole, but I don't know. Oh yeah, we haven't even been to the VA. He wants to go to the VA. I said no, my son will go because he's already been in the Navy and he knows what paperwork to look for, so we're not signing nothing. He wants the money so damn bad he can wait. Because I'm just done with him. But Poja, like I said, your love life right now is in that tough cycle with the full moon in Capricorn. Then it's surrounded by a new moon in Cancer, where you just worry about guarding a safe relationship pretty much. Which we all want safety. That's what we all go for in life. That's what your soul wants, is be safe and happy. That's everybody's soul. And then a new moon in Libra, which talks about new romantic cycles. I do see you meeting somebody. You're going to have dark hair and dark brown eyes. I do see you meeting somebody, a kindred soul, soon. He's going to be broken, though. Poja. He is. I'm not trying to rain on your parade, but he's going to be a broken soul that's attracted to your aura. But sometimes broken people do the best thing. They understand each other when you're broken. So, I do see you meeting somebody. He's nice, he's just broken and hurt. So, if you don't mind broken people, so that's what I'm picking up. But I mean, I've been a broken soul a couple times in my life. I mean, it's just a cycle your soul goes through. It just leads to maturity. The more broken you get and fix it yourself. That's Carl Jung. So, Carl, no, it's Jung. You guys should listen to him. They have a thing. It's Carl Jung's. It's they say Jung, but it starts with a J. He studied empaths for 40 years, and he was a psychiatrist and everything. For it's like he had a very all through the world. He studied people that, and he's a very was a very smart man. I wish he could be my psychiatrist, but he's dead. And he's a very insightful, and they show his teachings, Carl Jung's teachings, and I listen to them, and I really like them. I think he has a lot of soulful words and a lot of good advice. He really does. And I like to listen to intelligent people and people like psychiatrists and stuff because I feel it gives us insight in our human experience. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, they like to watch me. They like to watch me draw. I don't know why. They just enjoy it. But yeah, this Vincenzo Queen is getting ridiculous. He's actually getting to the point where he's just getting downright nasty lately. He really is. I'm gonna take my marker in here for the moon and make it silver. It's just to the point where I just told my son I'm holding off on the sale and I just don't care about him and wanting the house, and I'm all for, I get it, but to sit there and say I'm dead, I did it's terrible how he went about it. I have forgiven him. I didn't forget what he did to me. That's the thing. And I feel if he wants me just to say we're friends and this and that because he's my stepsister's husband, that's not going to happen. Even Carl Jung over there in these chosen ones videos say that you should do things that make you happy. I have a silver Sharpie that I'm going to just take this and go around the edges of my mystical bird here. Alright. Just to give it some flair. But I don't know. He's a very, I don't want to say evil, but he's a very bitter person. And I guess it was bad how his son died in that house, and it was bad all this stuff, but he shouldn't take it out on everybody. And it kind of makes his son's memory kind of shitty when he does this. But it's not for me to judge, it's for God to judge. And honestly, I think God is having his day at court. Because I wouldn't have swooped in when I did. And of all people, YouTube's the one that told me about this, laugh out loud. Because never thought YouTube would let me know about my dad's death. It literally was a YouTube investigator that said they thought I should have had the money that was in the bank. I mean, maybe all this is happening because he's going to have to pay back some of the money he took. I don't know. I mean, when you do bad things, they say bad things. Everything comes to bite you in the ass. So Maybe this is his day in karma court. I don't know. Who knows anymore? I think I'm good. I think I got all the. I think the silver made the bird better and look more majestic and happy. Make more look royal. Here, here's my silver bird. I just looked this up under little mystical. I was looking for at bird drawings, so I made sure I got my beak and everything right, and came across this little guy. I thought this would be nice to give a present to somebody that is in a spiritualism. Sometimes I catch these people, but I think that looks good just the way it is. Oh, his son went in that house and he had PTSD, came back from Iraq. And, anyways, his mother died of cancer in that house. I'm trying to look for other poster boards. So I'm going to practice shading. Anyways, when he did, he waited till his dad went to work and he blew his head off in the house in the spot that his mother died. That is how his son died. So maybe that's the whole reason he's so bitter. I mean, I would be trying to just cooperate to get rid of the house if I had that much tension and bad memories, but he just took it to a bad place. Then his wife died of cancer in the house, the same as my stepmom and her mother-in-law. Well, my stepmom and her mom. So literally, this nasty person is the only one left in the whole damn house. And because I didn't drop dead, and I'm the only one that didn't drop dead in the whole situation, he takes it out of me. I'm sorry, I almost went septic. It didn't go to my heart. Obviously, I'm not meant to die. Oh, yeah. And he's taking out of me about everything. Maybe he's upset because I'm not dead. I couldn't tell you, Queen. I get it. And his wife was in the military too. She was in the Marines, I think. And her son was in the Marines. Yeah, they were all in the Marines. And I get he went through horrible things, and I'm trying to be nice, but I won't even speak to him. I just have my son talk to. If he has any kind of things to say, I just have my son bring and talk to him because I just can't take all of his condescending attitude. This is what happens. This is what every time he just gets really nasty, and he literally has nothing left in the world. And I get he loved my sister and all, but I don't know. I don't know if he triggered her or whatever, but I know the son did. He did it for sure. The son was PTSD from Iraq, which a lot of soldiers have gotten PTSD because there were a lot of stuff going on in Iraq. When we went to that war. I mean, yeah, World War II and a couple things probably were a little bit more vicious, but that was a pretty vicious war if you think about it. Obviously, people hated America, which if you're fighting against another country, obviously you're not going to like that country. I get it. But yeah, that's how he died. And then my stepmother, she died in that house from cancer also. And in the same little in the same one as she died in the house. I don't know if it was in the bedroom or where it was at, but she did die from that house. So maybe I'm not supposed to go to that house for a reason. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Maybe it's because all that death that's there. Something's always holding me back from actually moving in that house all the time. Maybe it's not even him the reason. Maybe I mean I didn't even know the how I even had a bid in the house. It's just I don't like that he didn't tell me my dad had Alzheimer's and took away the last 3 years of my dad's life. That's the worst part about it. Maybe he did it because he was angry because I still live. It was very sad. But I have a patient I take care of now. His name is Arthur, just like my dad. And I don't think it actually comforts me. And I'm actually helping one of my residents out. He's young. He's like in his 40s. And he's stuck there with some kind of nerve thing. He's in his and he could walk and everything. It's just he gets dizzy. So I told his daughter because his ex-wife's an RN, and apparently they don't get along. And the daughter, I was talking to her, and I said, you could take care of him. And she told me that she's still in high school. I said, well, when you get out of high school. So I'm trying to help other families possibly take their loved ones home. So, especially the ones that are young enough so they could have a chance of enjoying their life. This is my new mission in life. And I do like new resident Art, even though he does remind me a lot of my dad. I think that's what binds us. That's the thread that kind of keeps us together, I guess. Because it reminds me of my dad so much, and it comforts me. It really does, and I enjoy spending time with them. But maybe that's what the universe gave me, since I was going through such horrible things. Now, flowers are very easy. Very easy. Sometimes, if you look at some stock photos, like I look at stock photos all the time to make sure I have the right lines and stuff, I suggest starting out with flowers. Because flowers will help you become a better artist. I've done so many flowers, it's ridiculous. And young art students always do. And then flowers, and I want to say the Japanese cherry blossoms, those are like the last thing you do. Stuff like that. Because those could be a little complicated. Now, this flower, I think, is a daisy. I'm just doing, I like to shade the middle before I get all this other stuff going. But yeah, this is probably another reason why I've been doing more sketching. It does help calm me from this whole situation going on and helps me. I try to keep my goodwill and my happiness. Oh, you like cherry blossoms? Now, I didn't see your question, Queen. Let me go look for your question. I'm trying to be a better tarot card reader these days. But yeah, I do. I used to always wear cherry blossom with the. All right. Wait. Oh, you know that, Queen. All right. You want to know Devon? Okay, it's you and Devon again. Okay. This must be a handsome fella, Queen. It really must. Let's see what's going on with Devon. I think it's Devon. It looks like it. Oh, this is a moon opal. I got this around that super eclipse that they had that went over North America, and right over my work I got the best view, and I got this from a white witch because it's bad luck to get one of these for yourself. That's what they say. And it's been bringing me good luck ever since I wore it. They said it's like one of the most powerful things you can get. And if you get it from a friend or something, it's even better. And it's supposed to bring you protection, luck, and all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, I found that out. So, but yeah, as long as, like, I guess if you purchased it and then you're supposed to put it in moon water, you're supposed to, like, put out, I don't know, my one friend said you put it outside and then bring it in, but then I feel a bug could go in it. So I think if you put it on the windowsill, you'd be okay. The water, because I don't trust the outside. That's why I'm glad right now I don't have a backyard for my dog, because there's a lot of things going on outside. And I do mean a lot. The environment in the United States is it's getting bad. All this industry and stuff over here. And I'm glad they're starting to get movements to get the environment better, but something's got to change in this world, or we're not going to have a planet left. And I do mean this. So, and it bothers me because I want Chong to be able to go outside, but how can I trust the outside when there's just all this stuff going on out there? It terrifies me. It does. All right, Queen, I got your love reading on your fella here. He is in a new moon eclipse. And this talks about powerful change. This guy's been working on himself, Queen. He's trying to be a man that he wants to be the man he has never been, which is good. And he wants to be the better man for you. And then he's surrounded by a full moon and a mutable moon. A full moon just means surrendering to the divine, means let go all those nasty feelings of past betrayals and stuff like that in his case. And the mutable moon just means nothing set in stone. You guys rewrite your all your love history and how you're gonna do it, and if you're gonna have kids and this and that or whatever happens. I got a good feeling about him, but he needs to have self-acceptance over the bad things and just realize bad things happen and they're done. But you never know how people are gonna react to things. But I'm gonna use some of my paint markers on this. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I got little paint markers. I'm gonna do a couple of this, and then I'm gonna shade it in with that, and use the paint markers. You could get those on Amazon or anywhere. And you'll laugh, Queen. In Chumba, it was my husband's birthday yesterday. I ordered a cake on Amazon. They have a bakery where they will come to your house and deliver your food. And they're not expensive. I paid for a subscription. prefer it too. So I get free delivery. I don't think I ever want to go to a store again. I've just come to the point where Amazon is easier and cheaper. See, I could freehand these leaves because I've done the Tree of Life like twice. And if you want to learn how to shade and sketch in leaves, the Tree of Life is the way to go. Oh, well, thank you. But yeah, I ordered a cake that was $30. Usually we don't eat cake a lot around here because I've been on, since I almost went septic, and I went on a healthy diet. I honestly don't even eat things like that, but I got a $30 cake, and I got this $20 steak for it. I don't even eat steak. I'm just not a big meat eater, I guess. So I don't like to eat these things, but my husband loves meat, so I pray for the animal and thank him for giving, and thank the animals for giving their life for me. But I got him a steak, and he was happy. But yeah, this is my venture. What I did for the day. I'm sitting there ordering Amazon. Amazon truly is my best friend. It really is. Because sometimes my brother can't take me to the store. That's the thing. See, I'm just doing little circles this way. You can have fun with flowers. See, I'm giving this one 5 colors. You can make up abstract flowers. You can really go the whole 9 yards with flowers. They're wonderful sometimes. I'm going to do a light shade in here. But yeah, it went pretty well. I ended up cooking the steak and it ended up pretty decent. And then I cooked up all the rest of our meat and froze it so when I do my work on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I don't got to worry about nothing. Everything will just be cooked, and all I got to do is just, and I put tinfoil around it, and that's all I got to worry about. I'm going to do the same lines as the other flowers have. I'm just going to add another petal since we're doing, I like to call this abstract work. Abstract work is a good beginner's work, and I am a beginner. Just because some of my residents are famous artists does not mean I am a famous artist. It just means they have passed on and they have taught me their craft. That's all that simply means. So, and nobody's perfect in the world. Everybody needs practice. I'm sure Bob Ross, laugh out loud, the best, one of the best painters of our time. I'm sure he had a lot of practice. So there's nothing wrong with practicing. Nothing at all. I'm trying to see if I get a little sketch of a butterfly here. Alright, we'll just do some more leaves this way and bring it out. And just finish it with leaves and flowers. But it is fun, and I encourage you guys to do artistic things, even if it's just making candles. God, I make enough candles over here. They're so easy. And honestly, they're the best presents. You guys want to give someone a present and you're low on money? Make some candles. You know, it kind of, I want to say at first they're a little expensive, and that's just because I'm cheap, but once you have the essential oils and everything, you know what kind of scents that people like that you're making presents for. Just ask them. And And there you go. Because it's more important to invest in things that you need for your daily living. I'm thinking about making soup. Oh, soup. I'm thinking about making soap. My friend from work, I'm always making them candles, my coworkers, and she told me that she thought my one of my candles had the consistency of soap. So I'm thinking about teaching myself how to make soap. I think that would be fun. That is a hell of an idea because I do enjoy making. And she said that since I make such good candles, I might be able to make soap. Because she said it's almost the same thing. So I'm gonna see everything I'll need, and maybe that'll be my next venture. I do want to learn sculpting, so I have been doing this clay thing. I posted it when I did the clay, but I'm not terrible at it, but I'm not good at it at the same time. If that makes any sense to you guys. I'm just not. I mean, some things I'm okay with, some things no. So, okay, I got this purple and blue. I'm gonna go with yellow too for some of these flowers. And orange. But yeah, that's what I love to do. I urge everybody to do this stuff because everybody around you, you'll be if you give them candles and things like this, or do some, you can make crystal necklaces. I think I might make a crystal necklace later and show you guys how to weave it out. It's fun and it's easy, and people love this stuff. They really do. It saves you money, and it gives you something to do with your time because you gotta do something with your time that's productive. It does. I've been sketching for 2 years. And my one resident, she was a pastel artist, and I was doing oil paintings for a while, but I took a break from oil paintings because I feel you should know how to be a really good sketch artist before you do that. Because I feel if you can't draw it out and stuff, it doesn't work out well. And most artists, you started 2 weeks ago. Hey, that's all right. You start out, do flowers if you're drawing. Start out with flowers and simple stuff. And I will tell you, Chumba, when you want to make faces, what really helped me was drawing skulls. It's going to take you on your first skull. I did a live stream. I live stream my progress. If bad or good, I live stream it, and it took me 3 hours, Chumba, to do a skull. 3. So, and I had a stream. I can't remember the name of it, but I think I have where I labeled it as drawing a skull and everything. But it was flowers and skulls. Oh, that's how you learn how to do your face at school. See, everybody thought I was like some devil worshiper because I did the Reaper, but he's a skull. I mean, if you're going to do a skull, you might as well do something cool. So I did the Reaper, and I tried to perfect the Reaper as I did perfected the Reaper. If you can draw something that has no skin and shade it in nice, you're ready for a face. It's just simple. It's just simply put there, and there's nothing wrong with that. I like my Reaper drawings. I mean, he is the force of death, which I believe is life, because once you lived in this life long enough, which they say on YouTube, we are dead. I watch these videos of Day of the Dead. Oh yes, Day of the Dead. I love Day of the Well. I don't love Day of the Dead, but I like the festival and the idea. I wish I could be there one day. I mean, I don't live in the right country. Isn't that in Romania, the Day of the Dead? I think in Hades it is too, where all the voodoo's at. I think they celebrate the Day of the Dead. I don't know. In America, I feel it's commercialized. The Day of the Dead, I don't believe is a murderous thing. So, oh, do you live near there or do you live in America? I know in America they don't celebrate like that. We celebrate murder, and the thing is, the Day of the Dead, they celebrate the passage of death. And in America, there's nothing but horror movies that day and everything else, and it's not about that. But here in America, they think it is. So, and this is a really good thing is to start out with pastels before you get to your oil. I have a friend coming to show me how to do oil painting really good, coming over soon, and she's gonna try to help me because I want to start doing some different stuff, but I need to learn how to do this different stuff is the thing. So, oh, you're in Scotland. I'm not sure. Do they celebrate in Scotland the Day of the Dead? I mean, I actually the book I wrote is based on the history of Scotland that I'm trying to get on Amazon. I love Scotland. I love its history. I'm half Irish, but I feel Irish and Scottish are so close. They're like cousins. So I really do. But yeah, I love Scotland. I love how they had the fairy mounds in Scotland. I love Scottish. I like the language. I was trying to study the Spanish. This I think it was Lard or Bard. I think it's Bard. Is and Lad, of course. Everybody knows about Lad, but I think Scottish. I do like Latin and Italian, but Scottish is one of my favorite languages. I think when you have one language, because I mean, obviously, in the United States, I was born. I'm surrounded by English, but I feel that when everybody from another country always says, "Oh, I like that language. It sounds different." I think depending on where you're from, sometimes you just like another. Oh, your mom was half Irish, okay, but yeah, I don't know. I love it that I based my whole book on Scotland. That's how much I just had a lore for it. There's just something about Scotland that's just so mystical and nice. I don't know. To me, I feel it's like that because look at all those Highlander movies. It's all based on Scotland. I mean, a lot of interesting things in history went on over there. I mean, they make movies all the time in Scotland for this reason. I mean, I guess we got things going on in America, but it's not an older country. And if anything, the only thing going on lately is drama. At least in Scotland, you got these different lore, you got exciting rulers like, my God, Queen Mary. I think that I know all I was studying all about Queen Mary, especially when it was on Showtime, and you have some of the most dynamic rulers of all times over there in Scotland, and it's just a nice. It seems like a nice scene. One day, I do want to go there and visit. So Oh yeah, it'll be on Amazon when I finally get this thing going. I gotta get enough money to get it on the self-publishing because I don't want anybody taking my work. When you get to be 51 and you're living your best life, you don't you don't feel like having, I guess, a lot of drama. The way I look at it is I'm already halfway dead, and when I do die, if my kids want to remember what I look like or and stuff like that, and when I'd say I'm gonna have access like stuff where they can get a hold of my live streams so they don't get taken down and stuff once I'm dead. And maybe do something like maybe talk to YouTube about like just so they can have them to listen to when I'm dead. But I did a lot of death preparation. I have. Not that I'm morbid, it's just I feel that if you can hear your loved one's last words, it's nice. So, and then I just got to thinking of, you guys were cool people, and I just keep coming back. I mean, it would be nice one day to make money, but if I don't, it's okay. I'm just at that point. I didn't come here to make money. I just came here that I'd like to share my artwork with people that appreciate art and good conversation and some crystal readings. Why not? Because that's what life's all about. Life is all about learning new things and having fun and meeting new people. That is what I think life's about. Okay, this is acrylic paint markers. Chumpa, this could be your best friend too. My friend from work got me these. Now you can get them cheap on Amazon. You can get them on clearance a lot. Wait till these things go on clearance. If you wait till they go on clearance, it turns out very nice for you with your total. Just like these little things here, especially if you're doing sketch painting, they're so nice. Because once you get these paintbrushes and everything involved, it's always a headache. It truly is. I think it's a headache with some of these sketch paintings, but that's just me. And it's nice that you can just take the marker of paint and put it on, and you don't got to worry about making a mess with your brush or anything else. So, and I'm just reinforcing this. And it looks pretty the more color you put in it. It makes it nice. And then I'm going to do these leaves too in the background. I just kind of want to make things pop out and look pretty. I'm going to take 3 on each side like that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just try to do whatever you do one side to the other. It makes your life a whole lot easier. Just like math. You can get through a math problem if you do one side then the other. And then it always looks nice. Even when you think it's going to look crap, sometimes it looks nice. Alright, I'm going to go over here and get this side. Maybe this will be a nice living room picture for somebody. Somebody that has a lot of pastel colors in their house. This could be their present. There you go. Maybe I'll give it to my son. Who knows? Maybe they need a little art over their house besides bothering me all the time. Alright, let me just take over here and you can see how the colors start popping up. But the key is you gotta sketch it out nice with detail. And it does take a while. It took me 2 years to be able to freehand sketch and stuff like that. It takes a while. This is not a process that's easy, but if you practice it off and on and do other arts and crafts, maybe, while you're waiting, do some candles. Just do some simple stuff. And then maybe just start doing that. And then before you know it, you're going to be the jack of all trades. And then you're going to be popular. Everybody's going to be excited. They're going to say, "Ooh, what perfume she making? You promised me a candle." That's going to come too. These people at my work, some of them, they'll come and they will tell me I promised them a candle. This is kind of what these people do at my work, so. Alright. How can I not have a purple? Okay, here's a purple here. See, these ones, you gotta shape. And if you use cardboard, you can do this type of thing. Okay, I don't know what the hell is going on with this marker. Okay, here we go. Gotta shove that down, I guess. Alright, now I'm gonna get these petals like this. And around this way. Down over here. There we go. And this is and these little final touches, once you did the rest, make everything very pretty. And stand outish a little here. So. And I'm going to take the silver marker for the middle also. The middle of the flower where this is. Because I don't want it to draw so much attention. You don't want it the color of everything else. You find this out through trial and error, folks. Trial and error. There you go. And just one simple thing of just drawing these. These are the easiest flowers. Oh my God, are these easy flowers right here. This here, just with that, you could give to somebody as a present. You could buy something like this on Etsy, actually. I'll probably add a little bit of pizzazz in the back. Because if somebody was to put this on in their house, it would have to look nice. So, I'm thinking about. I think we need to mix more color in this. We definitely need to mix more color, so. We will go with, on this thing here, deep purple, deep pink, hot pink. Here we go. I'm going to go in a circle and just swirl around this area, swirl around that one. Do little swirls. And do one up here. Alright. Now, instead of going in circles, I'm just going back and forth and moving it just like that. That's another method. It's whatever shading you think looks good with kind of what you're doing type thing. Sometimes, depending on what you're doing, this is the better way of rubbing it in. It depends on the piece that you're drawing. Because you got to remember you are the artist when you're doing this. And whatever final decisions you make is make or breaking your painting. Which these are still paintings because it's pastel paint. Even though it's not at the messiest of paint, it's giving color, which means it's being painted by you, but they're less messy. I kind of just let it go. Alright. I'm just doing this just in case when these things are on people's walls, they like the nice color in the background. And it didn't look like it had enough color in the background. You want a background color because background color is important. You really do. Alright, I'm gonna bring some of this over here. You want to drape it all around. I just think pink would be nice, especially if people have like. I want to say in most apartments and houses, especially if you rent, is like a beige color or blue. They try to keep a nice neutral color when you rent places. And if someone's house is that color, something like this would look nice. And since we did that, see how much better that looks, just a little more pink. And a lot of people would actually put this in a painting and put it on there, and they would tell you you're the greatest. So, I don't know why they just do. Even though it's simple for somebody that just practices, that's the way it is sometimes. And I finished my spiritual little birdie, and I made a flower piece for somebody's house for possibly Christmas. Possibly. Who knows? It'll probably go in a Christmas pile. I have a bunch of these going on. But I'm going to let go on this stream. I'm going to come back and probably do another shade in because I'm running low on little small pictures for my present pile. And I will see you guys in probably, it's what, 4? Probably like around 6 o'clock. My time. So in about 2 more hours, I'll probably come back because I really want to make candles. I'm dying to make a candle. So thank you for subscribing. And if you didn't, it's okay. Thank you for coming in the stream. And oh, you are welcome, Chumba. I love your comments. I do. And I think I responded to some of your comments. I don't get a whole lot. I don't expect anything. That's the thing. I take what the universe gives me. Oh, thank you. I'll see you. I don't know. Look for me like 2-3 hours because I got to turn off these pork chops. I might eat a little and then I'm going to come back. And I don't know. And we'll see. Probably it'll be candles and one more Chongla dog decor for somebody's house. All right. You guys stay good and bless yourself. And thank you, Chumba, for your kind words. And I will be going.